everyone, welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Marshberger.
I'm in Fuego here.
Continuing our series review of Child's Play with Child's Play 2.
Chuck.
Now, what is it? Chuck. Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back. That was the
Yeah, he's got the scissors. I still
the
remember
scissors over the Jack in the Box.
Very distinctive.
I actually saw that on a big billboard when I was in New York as a little kid on the one trip to New York I took as a kid with my family.
Wow.
Yep. We saw Phantom of the Opera that trip. It was awesome.
Oh.
So, this movie is amazing. I love Child's Play 2. We'll do this review like we normally do the reviews, starting with our overall thoughts, then the story, the acting, the effects, all that good stuff in turn. But for a long time, I said Child's Play 2 was my favorite Chucky movie. And now I'm kind of waffling between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I can't say for sure. I still love so many aspects of Child's Play 2. I think the puppeteering is a little bit better. I think Brad gets a little more chance to shine, and he actually has a bit of a range because he's not just screaming. He actually whispers a lot. Everything is sort of amped up in Child's Play 2 in the best way. Plus, we get a little bit of Kyle, which is, someone that I have a particular affinity for as a result of this movie.
We took a photo with her after we walked through the Hellraiser.
Indeed, and I was very happy about that. So, I love Child's Play 2. Again, it rivals number 1 for me for best in the series, but I think it's fan-frickin-tastic. I love this movie. Marcia?
I definitely had fun with this one. Like you said, that the story did open up a little bit more, and it was fun to watch Chucky stalk his prey and really terrorize Andy in a way we hadn't seen him do in the first one, because he's out for revenge and he's all like, I'm gonna mess with you. Nobody believes you that I'm alive because everybody else is gone. So here we go. And just a little bit with showing up in the social family, the foster home, and then showing up at school, attacking his foster dad, and everybody blamed him for it, so on and so forth, and really hit home when Kyle, whatever her face is,
Christina Lees.
she realizes, oh, this is for reals, when she finds the bodies, but. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's really fun. You have a great time. I thought it was a little bit better with the puppeteering, and the acting was more on point. It wasn't as campy. I feel like Andy was way stronger in this movie than he was in the first one.
A little bit aged.
Yeah, and you see it with age and experience. So I thought it was a fun watch.
Yeah, I still prefer Bride. Bride is my favorite of the series, but 2 is very, very strong, man, and. I mean, just in the look of Chucky, in and of himself, just the facial nuances and stuff like that. Like, he looks genuinely like they put more budget into the puppetry and the expression and stuff like that.
I need to find if they have a Chucky doll that's got the knife
is,
instead of the hand.
Yeah. Oh, that scene was
at the very end where
crazy.
So dope.
Yeah. I was like.
Once again, we don't get the real gore till the very end of the movie, which is what's kind of an interesting thing to keep going from the first one. But yeah, I like all this stuff, where they're at the plant where they make the good guys and he takes over the place of Tommy, and I thought that was cool. And the fact that you have a older sibling of sorts. The only thing that I didn't necessarily, I think there's one moment where Andy's like, I miss my mom, and that's it. And you're just like, okay, this is a little convenient. She just didn't want to sign on for the sequel.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, but
they wrote around it well enough.
Yeah, no, and they did. I thought it was solid. So yes, this is a very fun movie.
So the movie is about. It picks up right after. Well, not right after, but a little bit of time after the first movie. Basically, no one believes Andy that the good guy doll started attacking him. However, his mom backed his story up, so his mom was put into a mental asylum, which is where she's at right now. And meanwhile, Andy has been put into the foster care system. He gets adopted by a family, while the doll that was destroyed at the end of Child's Play 1 is refurbished and put into a whole new doll body in this one. Thus, Chucky lives again, and he immediately starts seeking out Andy so he can, transfer his soul into his body. So, he finds him at the foster home relatively quickly.
Yeah, it's a little convenient.
But still, there's a bunch of great scenes. There's the, there's the dude that he plastic plastic masks, in the car.
I still like the electrocution bit at the very beginning where you realize
when the eyes go in.
Power. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
And then he destroys Tommy, the good guy doll that's in the house and takes his place, buries him exactly. And so Andy is accepted by this new foster family where Christina Leese plays Kyle, the rebellious teenager at the time, smoking cigarettes inside the house.
That's like her big thing.
Yeah, and so Chucky appears pretty quickly again, and it happens really early on that Andy is completely tied up and gagged with a sock while Chucky's trying to play hide the soul for the first time in the series. He plays, I got a new game. It's called Hide the Soul. Yeah. You know what didn't sound good to me was when he said in the first movie, I gotta go. I got a date with a 6-year-old boy. I was that line doesn't age well. Yeah. Ooh.
Also, I love the whole just kind of preemptiveness of, you see the sewing machine and that's going to be implemented.
Yeah, of course. So Chucky rebels and tries to hide his soul in Andy while picking off family members as they go. Meanwhile, Kyle is trying to help Andy survive the situation. They end up back at the Good Guy Doll Factory and have a final showdown.
In the last 15 minutes.
In the last 15 minutes, which is awesome and one of the most amazing last acts of a horror movie from the 80s.
It shows the scale, man, which is really cool. And I love where they, just all the taut oozing plastic stuff when it's almost like double down on the ending from the first film.
Not only that, but the first time I forgot that he got killed a couple times in this.
Oh yeah.
Where he gets all the extra arms and stuff get stuck to him and he literally gets his legs ripped off. Mm-hmm. And then he's just scraping himself along and then he gets the hot molten plastic in the face.
I just love how vulgar
damn,
he
this is awesome.
He's just like and stuff like that.
Well,
he just goes for it, man.
He was that way in the first one, though, too.
Yeah.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut. Yeah. I'll teach you to fuck with me. Yeah.
Oh, and also your favorite line, as you mentioned.
You goddamn women drivers! Right?
I laughed so hard.
Oh, my God.
So hard when I saw it.
It stuck with me ever since I saw it as a
right
kid.
Back to when we were in Dallas, dude.
For real. Oh, my God, dude. Every time.
And then she, hits on the brakes and he flies.
Yeah, he flies, He's on the front of the thing with a knife. He's like, you goddamn women drivers! I can't tell you how many times I've said that in my life. Yeah. Goddamn women drivers!
Hilarious.
No one knows I'm referencing Child's Play 2 when I say that, though. I just sound like a complete asshole bigot, but whatever. So let's talk about the effects. I thought, again, we mentioned a couple times that the animatronics and the close-up puppeteering was amazing in this one. They go with a lot less little people in Chucky costumes in this one.
Yeah, I think so.
And a lot more doll that's just got the servos to sit up on its own and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think my favorite part when we're talking about special effects is definitely when he puts the blade into his arm. I was like... Yeah. I was flinching. I was like, oh, don't do it. Even though you're a doll, but you're kind of human. It looks like it's going to hurt really bad. And I was like, well, that's a great sign. If I can do that with a movie as old as this one. And it was so much fun. But they did such a great job. The gore was there. And it was effective. Even if it wasn't a lot, it was enough to make you go, oof.
Mm-hmm. Totally. It's sparse, but effective when it's there.
You definitely feel like the humanization of Chucky, and that's where you're gonna get the buy-in and really get the core fans to attach to the idea that he is becoming a human and he is real and he is a threat and this is terrifying. So they did a fantastic job doing that.
Yeah, and also to echo your sentiment, they gave it the Freddyism. Where, especially with that teacher who's a bitch of a teacher and is really mean to Andy, for no reason.
Here, step a little bit on here, almost off frame there.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same lady that's in The Mist?
She's been in so many different things.
Isn't she the Bible thumper in The Mist? Or
not in The Mist, but she's been in tons of other things.
Yeah, she's so
But yeah, the kid is picking on Andy, and, hey, it just happens naturally with the little air pump thing where he, stabs her and then he kills her with a ruler.
So he was kind of sticking up for Andy for that one.
Well, just for the sheer fact that it's kill people. Kill people who are the audience is going to cheer about the death of them for being assholes, which was the Freddy shtick in the later entries and stuff. And everybody knew that Chucky was a crowd pleaser, and so they're let's have him kill people that we don't like very much. So,
So yeah, I mean, this is an absolutely great movie. The
really
cinematography was really good in this one too, especially when Phil is creeping down the stairs and you see the hook following and it loops around and then he drops and is hanging upside down and you get to see
that's right.
Chucky
And
go,
then,
"How's it hanging, Phil?"
Yeah.
Like the animatronics in the face there where he says that and then just drops him to break his neck. I was like,
the face
so
in general,
good.
dude, so much more expressive, so much more just a lifelike and exuded personality for Chuck. So,
Totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love this one. Again, I'm hard pressed to say which is better, 2 or 1, but that's a good problem to have when it comes to a horror series because you definitely have a lot that the first one is good and then the rest are just garbage. So I love Child's Play 2. I always will. I even love the sound effect they use when they put up Child's Play and then you hear the the wiping,
the swooping red.
Yeah, the swooping spreading of the blood in the form of the 2. Like I all the way down to that sound effect. I love this
1990,
movie.
I want to say.
Yeah, I think it was 90. Yeah, I think I said 80s earlier, but I knew it was on the cusp there. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a fantastic movie. Let us know in the comments down below what you guys think of Child's Play 2. Curious if you all like it as much as we do, or if you haven't seen it. Let us know that in the comments down below. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're kind of old, There's a lot of kids out there now and stuff like that. So let us know in the comments down below your thoughts on Child's Play 2. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm March Parker.
Gracias, Fuego.
Thank you to our patrons. If you want to become a patron, click that link in the description box. Until next time, remember, stay scared.